welcome back to Shemsuniverse. So today guys, we're going to discuss the 5th house of astrology. So this house is governed by Leo, which is governed by the sun. So this is all about self-expression and creativity, and then really reaching your potential when it comes to your creative intellect. So of course Leo is going to be like the major sign that's there. It's all about expressing yourself, performance, and really seeing where your creative side can lead you. So with each of these signs, like, it's going to come about in quite a different way, but it's still similar, because all has to do with creativity, which means you have to use that other side of your brain that doesn't think logically but thinks more in a sense of outside the box. So for instance, with Aries, it's kind of the same like at the 4th house. The Aries is going to bring forth that sort of maverick energy. That's going to be the initiator, the starter of things, the person that might have a pioneering idea but might need other people to actually bring that to fruition. They're the cardinal force, right? So they're just going to bring something through, and then other people might, like a Taurus, might have to bring that to completion. Which brings to the next sign of Taurus. We have Taurus in the 5th house. That would bring somebody who is very steadfast in following processes. Might be a little too logical. It's not the best sign to have in the 5th house. It is good if you are artistic, but you want to work with other people, like what I recommend before. Work with somebody like an Aries or even a Gemini or a Cancer. And what's going to happen is you're going to be able to work with them and then make processes for their creative ideas. I'm not saying that you won't be able to be creative yourself, but having that sign in that house, more than likely you're going to be somebody who can actually bring the idea to reality, but you might not be the thinker of that said idea, if that makes sense. With Gemini is filled with ideas. Gemini brings that intellectual sign to the fire, so it's air with fire. It's going to bring more air to it, more oxygen, more energy. The problem with Geminis, guys, is that if you have a Gemini in the 5th house, what's going to happen is you're going to end up just having a sort of whole mental dialogue of too many ideas, and you need to condense it down to 1, 2, or 3 max, and then actually like initiate action. That's the thing. Don't just be a thinker that's daydreaming all day. Actually initiate action on something and then stick with it. With Geminis, my same recommendation goes with if you have Taurus. Find people that you can actually work alongside with, just because you kind of need that teamwork in order to actually bring things to fruition. Now the next one would be Cancer. Cancer actually works quite well here, even though it's a water with a fire sign. Usually think the polar opposites wouldn't work too good. It actually works very brilliantly. Cancers can do it all themselves. They can think of the idea, they can bring it to reality themselves through their intuition. Water signs are very, very good in the emotional intelligence range, and when it comes to creativity, it's all about emotional intelligence. So they can actually tap into that emotional chemistry that they have and then bring things to fruition the way in which it needs to go. So that works very, very well. With Leo, it's obvious. Obviously fire with fire. Leo's a fixed sign. Leo's the best performer. Leo is the most similar to like what we would have as life path 3 in numerology, where it's all about performing, having that real outburst of energy, drawing attention, just like that's what the sun wants. With numerology, that's what Jupiter wants. They want to draw that attention. So just make sure you have something to create that actually is an expression of yourself. That way you can have your emotional, energy behind it, and also be able to intellectualize it in a way that's going to make for some tangible outcomes, such as money or recognition, whatever it is that you actually want. Next one would be Virgo. Virgo is quite good, meticulous, kind of the administrative energy. Virgos don't do too well when the 5th house, just because they're more of the rigid, idealistic sort of people. So when you get Virgo in the 5th house, you're going to be somebody with your creative side. It's going to be a little bit rigid. You might need people to give you the ideas, but you're the person that can definitely figure out how to actually monetize the ideas. The Taurus is the person that can make it a reality, but you guys can organize and monetize anything that you put your hands on. So always bear that in mind if you do have that in the 5th house. For Libra brings the air again. Libra's all about the group settings, even more than Gemini. Gemini just has to organize their ideas as an air sign. Libra just needs to simply work with other people, work with groups, focus on teamwork, focus on artistic pursuits that are actually going to require a number of people that have to put forth equal shares in, and you guys will do just fine. It's a very, very good place to have the 5th house. Scorpio is like the chess master. It's somebody who, they could be creative because they're a water sign, but they move like a fire sign. Scorpio is such a confusing sort of sign because it's changed over the years, even the planet that governs it. Scorpio is built on war. It's the 8th zodiac sign. It's really built on money, recognition, a bit of the darkness to them, right? So what we have here is somebody who, even if they're not creative, they'll look at Billy or Bob or Julie over there and just say, well, they can do this, bring them over, let them do the whole thing, and then they'll just take the credit for it. If you do have it in that house, I'm sorry I exposed you, but having the 5th house Scorpio, it's that villain. It's that real villain energy that you guys are able to get different people, different things together, and just make it work to make you money. You guys are all about the money, all about the, not really the recognition. You guys like the privacy. You guys are Scorpions, aren't the Rock. But what happens is you guys do want to be the person that is behind the curtains, if you will, with the creativity. With Sagittarius, it's really extroverted, very adventurous. Sagittarius works great here. Just make sure if you're a Sagittarius in the 5th house, that you do put your creative elements to use. You guys actually have a lot of potential to make a lot of money here. That's a big clue for you. The universe is giving you that in that house for a reason. So you might actually also want to consider your career in the artistic pursuit, just because that'll definitely be beneficial to you. With Capricorn, we have it very similar. It's represented by Saturn. It's very similar with the Scorpio. You guys are all in creative things for the money. So I wouldn't really recommend, if you have like Capricorn in the 5th house, to get a career doing something that's creative. You guys, I'd watch more so my Sun and Ascendant sign for that respect. But you still can make money due to having a creative ability. You guys have the creative ability to actually bring people that don't have a lot of confidence. You guys have that confidence, that robust personality to encourage people and bring them up. And Saturn gives its natives that energy to believe in things before they actually come. They don't have to see something in front of them for them to believe it could be done. They have a lot of strength, a lot of electricity within them, that they actually are able to bring forth that Saturn energy and actually manifest it. They have no fear when it comes to that. So if you do have that in the 5th house, remember that you have that Midas touch when it comes to making anything like to be monetized. Just make sure you apply your focus, apply that Saturn energy, the discipline, the mental fortitude, and then organize sets of people to make forth a vision that might be in your vision. If it's their vision, encourage them to do it. If it's your vision, organize people to do it for you. That's my recommendation. For Aquarius, this is an odd one. Again, Aquarius is always odd because Aquarius is like a black sheep. It's similar to Rahu or Uranus. So what happens is you end up being the person that's kind of just thinking of random ideas that people might like just backtrack and say, no, it's no good, but it's very good. And you actually, all you have to do is actually concentrate on it for long enough and you'll be able to get it done. What you have to do is just go against the tide. Don't listen to other people. That's my main recommendation for you guys, and actually just penetrate right through and follow through with your innovative ideas. Once you can figure out a proper process for them, and they will work. For Pisces, you guys always want to bring forth more of a spiritual sort of outlet to it, more of an enlightenment, if you will. What you want to focus on more so is actually making sure that your dreams aren't just dreams. They can be tangible. They can be a reality. Once you can actually bring your dream world into reality and actually focus on the ways in which to do that, you will acquire success. For Pisces, my main tip for you guys, if you have Pisces in the 5th, you're going to get a lot of random ideas, no matter what your sun sign is, from the universe. Meaning you're going to have a lot of random signals coming to you, telling you kind of what to do in a creative sphere. It's up to you to figure out the way to bring it to our sphere, to the physical realm. Once you're able to figure out how to build that bridge, you can achieve a lot of success in the creative realm. That's another one where I'd recommend going into the arts for a career as well, if you have Pisces in the 5th house. But that should conclude it, guys. I hope you guys do like the videos outside. Give me reviews. If you guys like the videos outside more, let me know. The videos inside, let me know. I just wanted to know what you guys like better so we can make better arrangements from there. It is a hot one, so I'm going to call it a day today, guys. But please like, subscribe. That's it for today, guys. Peace.